do the clients speak differently to you guys versus the attorney? Like, how do they, if they do, like, how do they talk differently to them?
I mean, it depends on the person. I mean, we deal with so many personalities. I think in terms of like me, I could only speak for myself. Clients are very, very nice. I mean, they tend to be very nice, very calm, very, they're fine. I mean, it depends because then we've had clients who they want to talk to the attorney and all of a sudden they're arguing on the phone because they're so frustrated about something that maybe happened in trial, that we have no control over that, like whatever happens in trial between, the judge, the client and the attorneys are there. So, it could get to those points, but no, I think no, it's kind of calm. People don't when it happens. It's just you kind of calm the situation by speaking to them, I guess, and that's it.
What about as they go through a case, do the people get weary? They just want to give up or throw in the towel, or they say, I can't take it anymore?
Yes, yes, I've heard a lot of like just very recently I had a client say I want to kill myself or it could get very bad. So that it's like at the same time you're not just a paralegal, but you become kind of like a therapist and you're trying to help people out. Like, no, it's not, it doesn't need to get to that. People get really there's very sensitive cases. So I think that it's important to, kind of understand. And even some attorneys could be very harsh on people, very hard on them. I think we need to understand that the people are going through a really hard time. And there has been cases where people have committed suicide and it's gotten that way. So it's very important to kind of have that empathy and make sure that these people understand that yes, it's a difficult time, but it's going to be okay. At least we could try.
Would you have like mediations in the office that you've observed when people come in, or you don't do that anymore?
We still do mediations. Yes, we still do mediations.
I wonder how uncomfortable that might be. Like if two people that kind of don't like each
A
other.
little messy.
Would you like some coffee and tea? And they're like, what are like staring at each other across the table, and it must be emotionally the air must be very thick.
Yes, and right now a lot of these mediations are done remotely, so I think that kind of gave us a little bit more of a good. They don't have to be in the same room, but I'm sure at the courthouse when they do the ADR mediations, there people are in front of each other. Maybe they put them in separate rooms a lot of times. So I think the back and forth. I think the mediator gets tired of going back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, I mean it's definitely very emotional. It's a very emotional time, and people just need to. I don't know. It's the hard things in life that we need to deal with.
For the clients, like what makes a good client versus one that's just this very difficult to deal with?
Wow. It's good when people kind of understand the process. There's people that you could explain something to them and they understand, they get it. They understand there's a timeline. They understand that there's a process. They know how to control their emotions. I believe those clients are the ones that are kind of more understanding in the terms of like the timelines. They're more flexible with themselves, I guess, with the emotions. They kind of control their emotions. That's important because a lot of people just if they don't know how to do that, then they're going to be all over the place.
Okay, I see. So you said earlier on that I guess one of the biggest things you do is save the attorney's time. So what sucks up a lot of someone's time is the paralegal. Like being constantly having to call and get documents, and are people? I mean, like, are the clients there to help you gather documents, or you have to do it? It wouldn't take a lot of your time.
Yeah, drafting contracts, drafting pleadings, discovery responses, like if there's a deadline and people need to provide all their financial disclosure, like bank accountants and I don't know, insurance cards and all their personal information and paperwork. A lot of times people will send us or bring to us a huge entire package of documents. And if all these documents are just a mess, of course, it takes up a lot of time to do that versus a client that will send everything via email in a Dropbox with everything nice and organized. That takes a lot of time to organize discovery. And if people come in with their documents organized, if they need to redact something, they've already redacted. If they do that, it actually saves us time, but it also saves the client a lot of money because they are definitely, it saves us time. So if we're saving our time, that means that they're saving their money. So it's a good, I always tell the clients, if you're going to drop off discovery, make sure you have it organized. It's going to help you because it does make a big difference. We also manage the files. We manage timelines. We communicate with the clients. We do follow-ups. We conduct legal research. We organize a fund, like findings. So it's definitely It's a lower cost for the attorney and they get high efficiency. We help them enhance the case preparation and compliance. So, definitely a paralegal is very important in a law firm.